So, today we are going to talk about a subject that every man is going to get through or go through at some point, and that is technically going to shape his life. That's if you're lucky enough to get some pussy, because we all know that some of you little bitches ain't going to get no pussy ever. Vulgarity aside, listen, let's say you get into your first real relationship at some point. You're going to live something fucking intense. You're going to live some kind of like, I don't want to say deep because it ain't fucking deep, but for you it's going to be deep. You're gonna live intense emotions. You may get laid for the first time, and there's no filter, maybe, hopefully. So you're gonna fuck, and it's gonna be intense. And your attachment to the girl and the girl's attachment to you, it's gonna be intense. Everything's gonna be intense. You're gonna get high off of that intensity. And for some odd reason, at some point, she may dump your ass. And if she does, oh damn, you are gonna fall, my friend, like skydiving without a parachute. You're gonna go down and fall, and you're gonna feel that you're falling into an empty abyss, and it's very painful. What can I say? So I remember going through this myself. It was painful, 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 just pain, 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 pain. And when I look in retrospect, here's the truth: the the divorce in the relationship isn't what generated the pain. The divorce in the relationship revealed the pain that was already within my system. But that's another subject. We'll get on to that later. So I went back home after the girl dumped my ass, and I was like broken apart like a bitch, man. And I got home. I was sitting in the living room or something like this. My mom, being my mom, she was very sympathetic to me, but secretly very happy that her son now is back at home with her, but playing sympathetic as mothers do. And yeah, she's a mom, so at some point she doesn't like to see you in pain. And at some point, my dad comes back from work and he enters with a stunned face and look at me and he's, what's wrong? And then I'm kind of like, and she tells him, and I'm kind of like, I'm just like a little fucking bitch on a couch, just like broken, totally broken, lost, like a ship wrecked. And he looks at me and he says, she used you for some dick. Get over it now. So I didn't take this very, very, very well. I got so upset at him. He turned out to be right, though. That's the irony. She did use you for dick. In fact, she used you for your energy to fuel her lifestyle, like I always like to say. But that's not the point of today's chit chat. The point is, I was broken. That's the end of the story. And the pain lasted for months. Dare I say, years. Because once that pain was revealed to me, I just couldn't just push it aside anymore. And at the time, as of now, actually, at the time I didn't consume no drugs. I didn't consume no alcohol. I guess I think I was 19. The relationship lasted for about a year and a half or something. So I didn't have anything to run away into, drugs, none of that. So, but I was in pain, and my mind started to be obsessed. And I decided, like a lot of people, to invest my energy into cultivating myself, quote unquote, cultivating myself. And you're gonna hear a lot of this shit out on the internet in the so-called manosphere. You're gonna go cultivate yourself. So I decided that I was gonna become, well, whatever I imagined that she wanted from a man. I said to myself, I'm gonna become that man. So it all started with the muscles. So I was already bodybuilding at the time, but now I decided to go full throttle into my bodybuilding. I became as I used to call it, an oomph, a guy that goes to the gym 2-3 hours a day, does the tanning, a bodybuilder. But we're talking about in the 90s. It's quite different than from nowadays, but the same mindset. You work for the mirror. You bitch at the mirror. Anyways, and we didn't have cameras like we have nowadays, so that you can take a million pictures and get instant gratification by posting your fucking chest on Instagram. You know what I mean? Okay. So, anyways, so I decided to start bodybuilding intensely. And at the time, me and some of my friends, we used to go out like fairly often, especially during the summer. Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Monday nights. But I wasn't drinking, so we just kind of like turning in circles, looking at people. But the reality at that is that at that point in my life, I always kind of been like this. But at that point in my life, I started just internally stepping back and starting asking myself questions. I wasn't able to necessarily formulate all my questions or find the answers to my questions, but I was starting to ponder. And my question was, what the fuck just happened to me? And I was obsessed with that question. What the fuck just happened to me? So I was with this girl. We were together for some time, and a couple of minutes later, my whole life breaks apart. And I'm in falling in an empty abyss of darkness. I'm in agony and pain. She's going to college over there where a bunch of my friends are, and they can't stop, they can't help. They find some kind of pleasure reporting to me what she's doing, who she's seeing, how she did, what she looked like, how she's vibing today. I didn't understand fuck all. And they were telling me, we ain't never seen her as happy as that. And I didn't understand fuck all. I said, how the hell can she be so happy when I'm going in hell and she's at the happiest point of her life? This is so odd. And she never looked so radiant and I never looked so broken. It didn't make any sense. A couple of months later I heard that she started dating some kind of guy, and I was just like fuming. I was in pain, man. It was hell. She was technically she was God for me. All my attention was obsessed with her, obsessed responding to her, obsessed quote unquote getting her back. And wait, I didn't tell you the best part. I'll tell it to you in about 2 seconds if I don't forget. Obsessed with this fucking woman. So I started training and going to the gym like a madman. And I said to myself, I'm gonna make myself into some kind of superhero, some kind of Greek god, and I'm gonna build my body so that every woman when I go to the clubs drools over me, especially her, because at some point I knew I was gonna bump into her sooner or later. Now here's what I want to tell you. The truth is as after I started dating her, and that's me, I'm an honest guy with myself at a very deep level, at least back in the days. After maybe about 2 months of fucking her and dating her, I start to I get bored. And a few months later, I was so bored, I was like, oh no, not her again. And I wanted to dump her ass. I wanted to move on, but I couldn't. So that was another part of my question mark. How is that a couple of months ago, I didn't give a fuck about this girl. I didn't want to be with her anymore. But I didn't break up with her for a reason I'll tell you in a couple of seconds. And now that she dumped my ass, I'm like falling into the empty abyss of darkness. And my life is broken and destroyed. I needed to figure this out. I need to understand what was going on with me. I need to understand what's going on with the psychology of the man, myself. I need to understand what's going on with these fucking women. I need to understand. I need to learn. I need knowledge. I was in darkness. I was in ignorance. I was a lost fucking fool. I needed knowledge to illuminate me. So that's what I decided to focus on. And this is going to be a long little video, so strap on your seatbelt. So anyway, so I started like stepping back as I'm bodybuilding and starting to observe people around me. And I started hanging out with older guys and watching the discotheque, the club culture, the older guys going out, how they're picking up their lifestyles. And it was really affecting me. I'm like, everybody's getting drunk and going to the parties and macking these hoes. And this is disgusting. And of course, because I was sober, I didn't understand the lifestyle. And I couldn't stop imagining her being there and being one of these hoes that some guy's macking. And it was just like breaking me apart. I wanted to understand what was going on with me, with women, with the relationship between men and women, with the lifestyle of picking up, all of that. I needed to make sense of all of this, if you know what I mean. So a couple of months later, let's say I saw her again, maybe a year later. And I was a fucking beef. And I was like, it's my moment. I saw it in the mall. I think on Boxing Day, that's what it was. Boxing Day. Who the fuck goes shopping for Boxing Day? Anyways, I was shopping at that time for Boxing Day. I was a fucking beef. I was 197 pounds. I'm about 165 pounds. I was 197 pounds at the time. I had just broken my hand because I punched something like a moron. And it broke my hand. So anyways, all this to say, I was a beef. I was feeling myself. I was happy to see her. And I just like, all I wanted to do was getting some of that pussy again. So we ended up dating again for a couple of months. And right immediately, I was right back into this zone where I'm like, I can't stand this girl. She's boring. She bores the fuck out of me. That's the truth. So you little fuckers, listen to me. You gotta be honest. Do you really like that girl? Or are you just addicted to her pussy? Or are you addicted to pussy? Or some kind of sensation that you're not able to describe just yet that this woman is providing for you. I was bored immediately. I'm like, I can't stand this girl. First of all, she's boring. All she's talking about is her like little university. I don't want to. She's boring. I'm gonna make it simple because I don't want to disrespect the girl. I'm just saying I'm bored. She bores the fuck out of me, and here I am, still hanging around this girl. And the answer was easy because this girl was hot, and when I was with that girl, I had status. I was the guy with that girl. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in her college, everybody knew who that girl was because you know how it is in places, the most beautiful girls, everybody knows them. So if you are the guy with that girl, then you are noticed immediately also. So I was the guy with that girl. And in my own college, I was the guy with that girl. You understand what I mean? So all the girls had an interest in me suddenly because I'm the guy with that girl. So when they would see her come, all the girls would get annoyed because she had a beautiful ass. Damn. Anyways, all this to say, I got status. That's what I got. I had nothing else going on for myself. I was young. I was dumb. Couldn't care for school. Didn't see a future for myself. In the club scene, you're young, so you're like kind of working your way through it. But you're at the very bottom of everything technically. You may be handsome and whatnot, but girls your age start dating guys older than you who have shit going on for themselves. So all I had going on for me was her. That's my life. So when my drug went away, when my status symbol went away, which was the girl, I had nothing left. And I had a lot left, which was inside, but nothing inside was developed yet. Nothing. Zero. Nil. Well, almost nil, but let's say nil to simplify things. So anyways, I'm saying a lot of things. What I want to say, and this is my message to you today if you're listening to me. A lot of guys, once they get dumped and they're in that pain, they go through some kind of like, how do you call this? They respond. I did the same. I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. And they try to create a surface, a facade, to build a persona. And that persona now is going to protect them from their inner anguish. It's going to hold them up at the surface, if you understand what I mean. And they're going to work with that persona to be able to attract things in their life, such as other girls and opportunities and whatnot. I got no problem with that. But the truth is, you're broken. Something inside of you is broken. And that was revealed during that moment where she dumped your ass. The truth was brought to the surface. Now, it may be heightened, right? But the truth, nevertheless, was brought to the surface. And I don't mind that you want to go to the gym and you want to cultivate yourself and you're going to decide to get money and focus on your things. I ain't got no problem with that. You do what you got to do. But you can't just ignore what was revealed to you, which was you're broken inside yourself. In the place very few people go, you're in pain. So what you going to do about that? And do you think that big muscles, monies, cars, businesses, and all this nonsense is going to make that pain go away? That pain not going to go away. You're just going to bury it. So I decided to take that approach, which is to build my facade and build my persona. But I'm a sensitive cat. And a lot of you people listening to me are sensitive cats. And I couldn't get away from the sensation. I couldn't get it away. It was always there. I remembered. I could feel it. Everywhere I would go, I could feel it. I couldn't hide. I couldn't lie to myself anymore. So at some point I decided, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to fix this shit going on inside of me. I'm gonna have to heal is the word. Now I know that some of you understand that. Lovely, good for you. And I know that some of you don't understand that or associate it to something that's soft. No. Healing is what real warriors are gonna do. You're gonna go into the darkness, like Luke Skywalker did in Empire Strikes Back. You're gonna go into the darkness and you're gonna face yourself. You're gonna face, oh, I don't want to use these words. You're gonna face darkness, your shadow. You're gonna face what you fear, the unknown about yourself, about your psyche, about life, about reality. And we can make this really big. I'm gonna keep it simple. You're gonna face yourself. And when you do that, something in you starts to heal. And from that point, your deeper essence starts to grow, bloom, and mature. It's not just a facade. And you need that. If you want to ever have a life that has harmony, you need to heal. The real power inside of you has to come forth and has come to the surface. Okay, thank you.